A repeat of the start they had last year against Bloomsbury, who just came out of the traps very quickly.
Well, we are underway in the grand final of the men's Tier 1 of the National Futsal Series for season 23-24. Can't wait to see which way this one is going to play out and who's favouring which it will. Both teams will be looking to put their best foot forward and set their stall out early on as well. Here's Palfreman in possession at the moment, such a highly experienced and potentially key figure in the Bloomsbury ranks. Forward from Wisniewski up to Connor Miller, and what a season he's had. Here he is again in possession. Bloomsbury starting with the early possession in front of the Manchester defence though, and that's an excellent challenge from Edge, albeit just out of play. That's the closest that Bloomsbury have come to an opening goal. Dixon receiving from the corner, now to Leah Satonye. Oh, Satonye slipped and Thompson is in here. A do before to his right. Manchester announced their arrival on the grand final stage. Jeff Adubafor with the opening goal to put them one to the good.
Yeah, that is just really, really unfortunate. But he still had a lot of work to do here, and he did the right thing, just slid it wide, and there was just enough on it for Adubafor to get on the end of it. So they're just horrific incident there for Satonye, and I'm not sure whether Satonye actually got the last touch.
Yeah, I think Satonye might have actually slid in and got the last touch on it, as the replay seemed to suggest. Adubafor would have been on hand to turn it in, but for that desperate attempt to make amends after the slip from Taluya Satonye. Caught by Chadwick, and I think Richard Ward was about to wheel away in celebration. I'm not sure how it stayed out, but the woodwork seemed to do the job.
Yeah, he just caught it at the right angle, and it just hit the post at the right angle to come out. And I think you're right, Ward thought he'd scored.
Oh, he certainly did. It looked as though he'd already begun the celebrations. Wow, well, what a moment that could prove to be in the greater scheme of this grand final.
And it was a good follow-up save by Chadwick. He reacted well to that.
Amarim dispossessed, and it stays in play as well. Edge continues, and it's in! The Horse couldn't keep it out, and Manchester double their advantage in the grand final.
Well, I think you've got to put that down as a mistake. I think he took a step to his right as the ball goes in. He moved to his right, but it was on the inside post, and he just couldn't get enough on it. Really determined work by Jordan Edge. Won the ball, beat his direct opponent there, Jamie Brooker, and then the finish, he won't care. It gives them a 2-goal cushion with just over 9 minutes to go.
Chadwick again holding on to it and thought about the long-range effort. Amarim was back there covering the goal though, and it's a good throw out to find Arnautovic nonetheless. Palfreman, 50 seconds now. Louis, will come to you in just a moment for your player of the match. Here's Palfreman now. Amarim up to Miller, back across, and they've got one back. Game back on in the final 42 seconds. This final is not over yet.
Well, we've had to wait until the 40th minute for Bloomsbury to breach the Manchester goal. They really worked it well, and then finally Richard Ward on the second post there. It was that first ball across the court that managed to open up the angle to then play the reverse pass to Richard Ward, and 42 seconds will seem like a long time to Manchester now.
Oh, this is going to seem like a lifetime for them. Adubafor. Brooker's touch takes it out for the kick-in. Miller still waiting in the wings to come back on. Taken relatively quickly, giving the game state forward to Adubafor, but it's out again for another kick-in here.
Manchester just need to play possession futsal for the next 30 seconds.
Brooker to Palfreman. Lahoz will make a move forwards. Amarim. Now or never, really, now for Bloomsbury. Brooker. Amarim again, not the best of first controls. 15 seconds, they've got to be quick in getting it forwards. Palfreman clipped through to Lahoz. Miscued, the long-range effort is not going to find the net, but it moves Manchester that extra step closer.
Lahoz is just going to have to, he's just going to have to launch this long because 8 seconds on the clock.
They've got too many players on the court there, Bloomsbury. They had 6 on court for a moment, went unpenalised, long from the goalkeeper, and Edge will bring it away. Final couple of seconds. It's got to be long and direct. So frantic. Look at the drama.
1.3 seconds.
Big responsibility on Jack Wicks on the timekeeper's desk to be precise enough with this as well. Now, we've seen some grandstand finishes across the course of the season and years gone by as well, but this would certainly top them all. There's 1 second left. Is there even time to get it forward and get a shot on goal? It's going to have to be long, aerially, for a header goal bound.
Yeah, we're in Hail Mary time.
Can't go in directly. Miller smashes it forwards, it's up over the bar, and Manchester are there. All they've got to do is throw it long.
Yeah, 0.1 seconds left on the clock. Manchester fans are ready.
There we are, Manchester celebrate victory in the National Futsal Series Grand Final in 2024. Beaten twice in the 2 previous years, but at the 3rd time of asking, Manchester booked their ticket in the UEFA Futsal Champions League. What a game that was, Louis.
Yeah, we've been treated to a great game. Personally, commiserations to Bloomsbury. They gave it everything there and just came up short, but we have to say congratulations, a new name on the National Futsal Series Grand Final trophy, and it's been a tremendous game of futsal. That's been really enjoyable.
Yeah, what a game that was. I mean, Bloomsbury scoring late on as well. It just ensured that there was that added little bit of drama in the end of it all as well. Very quickly, Louis, your player of the match that we were going to come to you for just prior to that Bloomsbury goal.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to go. Despite the goal at the end there, he's been absolutely brilliant throughout the game. I've got to go. My player of the match is Miles Chadwick, the Manchester goalkeeper. He's been absolutely fabulous today, and there was very little he could do about the goal he conceded.
Well, Miles Chadwick, the player of the match, then, such a huge reason, and part of the reason at least, as to why Manchester have got the job done here. You can see the full-time score, you can see the celebrations, because Manchester have won it by 2 goals to 1.